way you always had long hair. False. Okay, so hey, I'm Jalen, and if you're wondering, yes, I did dye my hair. I dyed my hair red. Okay, so I realized that y'all couldn't really see the hair color, but this is what it looks like. I dyed it like this auburny color. First tip, number one, is to stop using heat. Heat is bad. Even though it looks so good, heat is so bad. Like, whew. When I first decided that I was gonna start taking care of my own hair and I stopped going to my hairdresser, I didn't use heat on my hair for 8 months and I saw the most growth then. Number two, and I know I'm gonna sound like such a hypocrite, is to try to stay away from dyeing your hair. And the lighter you go, so if you have black hair or dark brown hair and you try to go blonde, girl, you tripping. Not unless, like, you should expect some damage. It's probably gonna happen. And then do protective styles. Protective styles help so much. And me personally, I don't really like protective styles, but I've tried to get into it more lately. So what I've been doing is I'll do my hair in a low bun, like all my hair in the back, hair sleek down, and make sure that your ends, like protective styles are making sure that your ends are covered. Cover those ends, you know, tuck them in, don't have them out because then it's not a protective style. Like this right here, it's a puff, it's not a protective style because my ends are out. And then I'll also say you can do a high bun. Like, have you seen the top knot buns? You can do that with your natural hair. Clip your ends. I know it seems so counterproductive to clip your ends
because you're like, I want my hair to grow longer, but you're telling me I should cut it off.
Okay, but healthy hair is longer hair. I see what you're saying, hear me out. Healthy hair is longer hair. Now, I'm not saying that you need to clip your ends every 2 months, which is what a lot of hairstylists recommend. I think if you're not straightening your hair and you're not doing all this extra stuff to your hair, then you can get away with clipping your ends maybe once every 6 months because you're not doing as much to create friction that will cause breakage and all that. And listen to your hair. If your hair is harder to detangle and all of those things, you know that it's time to go ahead and clip your ends. If your hair is uneven, because that means it's too late. If it's uneven, it didn't start off uneven, that means it started breaking off in certain places. So just listen to your hair. If it's been really dry, no matter what you put on it, it just doesn't seem to be working out the way you want it to, you might need to go ahead and clip those ends. Let it go so you can let it grow. I like that. Let it go so you can let it grow. Okay. Also, use a satin pillowcase or a satin scarf. So we're trying to prevent friction when I talk about this. When your head is rubbing against, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a wild sleeper. So your head is rubbing against this pillow, right? And you don't think it's gonna cause no friction, no breakage, no nothing? In a perfect world, maybe. I would recommend pineappling your hair. So your hair is basically all on top of your head like this. And then you take that satin scarf and you wrap it around and tie it so it's secure. That way when you're doing all these flips that you finna do, because you finna do some flips, you good to go. I also say drink more water, and I know that sounds...
But she's telling us to drink more water.
But it really does help. I didn't drink a lot of pop to begin with, but I completely cut pop out of my diet, all of that. I completely cut it out, I think
2 or 3, maybe 4, 3 years ago, I cut out pop.
And it made such a huge difference with my hair. So I would say go ahead, cut out. I wouldn't say everyone has to cut out pop. It's the only way to have long hair. I'm just saying it really helped me. And I'm also saying just drink more water. So whatever you're drinking right now, try to drink a little. Stay away from towels. And when I say stay away from towels, I don't mean like never dry off. No, I mean on your hair. You don't want your hair to be all like frizzy. It's another way to stop friction. When you use a towel, you're making your hair so frizzy and so unmanageable. It's really not good. So what I recommend is a microfiber towel, which doesn't make your hair all frizzy, or a cotton t-shirt. So I know everybody not trying to splurge and get a microfiber towel. Guess I'm bougie like that, but get you a cotton t-shirt. Any cotton t-shirt will do. Make it one you don't really like, just in case, you know, because it's gonna get all wet and all that stuff. So try to make it something you don't really care for, and then just wrap that bad boy. It's gonna help dry your hair in record time so it's not dripping. Use a wide tooth comb or finger detangle your hair. That will help you so much. Like if you're taking a tiny comb, that's like this big with teeth that are this big and you're trying to comb through your hair, first of all, it's gonna take forever, so it's super inconvenient. Second of all, you are just pulling out your hair. You wonder why you got that big clump of hair where you're done washing it and detangling it. It's because you just took all of it out with that comb. So you need to take something like, when I say wide tooth, I mean something like teeth about this big and you could just go through your hair. And when I say go through your hair, when I say comb through it, don't yank it. Just slowly detangle, start from the ends and work your way up. Rinse hair with cool water after you condition it. So you may take your shower in screeching hot water. That's how I take my shower. I like it to be steaming everywhere, hot, can barely stand it. Just when I feel like I can't stand the shower, that's the perfect temperature. But that's not good for your hair, not when you're doing all of that stuff to it. So when you're gonna shampoo, condition, you can go ahead and use regular temperature and then leave the conditioner in. When you're about to get out of the shower, go ahead and turn the water onto cold. Now, I'm not talking like iceberg frost or whatever, but colder than you would take a shower, like way colder than you would take a shower. And you just go ahead and lean your head back, just like this. So you don't, because you're not trying to freeze yourself to death. So you just lean your head back just like this, and you go ahead and you rinse it out with cold water, and that's gonna seal all that moisture in. It's another thing to help us girls who got dry hair stay ahead of the game, okay? They can't tell me nothing. I know my hair moisturized, okay? My last tip, and I think this is the final, I think this is a really good way to end this one, is stay consistent. You can't deep condition one time and expect your hair to miraculously become this hair that you've never seen, grow down to your feet, and all of that stuff. You have to continuously do these things. So your hair, give your hair some TLC, let it know you care, And if you continuously do these things, you continuously deep condition, you continuously stay away from heat, you continuously detangle your hair with water and make sure your hair is moisturized and all that stuff, your hair is gonna grow and it's gonna make a difference. You're gonna see your hair grow, it's gonna get longer, it's gonna be healthy, it's gonna be all those things. With time, patience, and consistency, you can have long hair. You can grow your hair out. Go ahead, grow that hair. Grow that hair. And if you haven't already, go ahead and click the link down below and subscribe to me. It's completely free. Hey guys, this is Jalen.